Hello, hello. It's Kato Crow, your DFW Plant Whisperer. Today, we're visiting the Dallas Arboretum, one of my favorite places to get inspired and get ideas for creating a Garden of Eden in your own backyard. One of the things my customers ask about a lot is shade gardening. We have many mature trees in north central Texas, live oaks, pecans, cottonwoods. It provides a lot of shade. Normally a shade plant is something that doesn't get sun after 10 a.m., no later than 11 a.m. It doesn't like a hot blast in the afternoon. These are some of my favorites to use in landscaping. Southern wood fern, gold dust tacuba, Lenten rose, also known as hellebores, and my favorite Texas tough plant, cast iron plant. This is known as aspidistra. I'm from Iowa, so I like the fact it looks like corn. But it's Texas tough, disease and insect resistant, and you can't hardly kill it with a stick. It stays green 12 months out of the year. You know, people ask me a lot, Kato, how did you get your green thumb? And the truth of the matter is, you gotta kill a few plants. Even myself have killed a few plants. Maidenhair fern has never thrived in my yard. And one thing I learned is out at the Arboretum, they use a mister about every 20 minutes and they have it growing next to running water. In my yard, if it lives, it gets to stay. One of the things I like about the Arboretum is there's so many Texas native and water-wise plants. You can get great ideas for your yard for full sun. This is called Mexican bush sage, or Salvia leucanthia. The butterflies and the bees love it, and it gets 4 to 5 foot tall.
Oh my.
One of my favorite Texas natives is lantana. It comes in a myriad of colors: white, purple, yellow, trailing, upright. The new one called Dallas red has oranges and yellows in it. What I like about it is it has a very distinctive smell, almost an herby smell on the leaves, but you're sure to get butterflies for many, many months out of the year. Lantana is a staple in a water-wise gardening. It could take full sun, 6 to 12 hours, or part sun, just 4 to 6. Or if you're getting no sun except for a hot blast at the end of the day, lantana is the flower for you. Beautiful. It looks like the honeybees love it too. This is one of my favorite flowers to have in late summer and going into fall. It's a cousin to the bachelor button, and it's called gomphrenia. This particular color is fireworks. When people see this, they say, I want this in my garden, plant it now. And the truth is, it's not immediate gratification. Many of these annuals have to go in 3-4 months ago, so they look beautiful now. What I do for my clients is make a maintenance schedule, so that either by email or phone, I'll let you know when to plant, when to fertilize, and when to prune. You could do it yourself if you're a do-it-yourselfer, or call me and I'm happy to help you. DFWPlantWhisperer.com. This is a great example of mixing all types of flowers: tropicals, annuals, perennials, and evergreen. These mandevilla stay good for a season. Your evergreen boxwoods are year-round, and your annuals are your angelonia. They're a great contrast plant. These are the famous knockout roses that everybody's been hearing about. These are the cultural phenomenon of the new millennium. From New York to California, from Canada to Mexico, knockout roses are the roses to have in your landscape. The first year they sleep, the second year they creep, the third year they leave. That's true with most plants, roses and shrubs especially. But they're long-lived, disease and insect resistant, and very, very Texas tough. Now we have yellow, pink, red, double pink, rainbow, all wonderful varieties to have in your yard. If you want roses, you need 6 to 12 hours worth of sun, well-drained soil, and good circulation. This is a beautiful hedgerow. This looks so elegant in a garden, and it's very classic to have a nice long hedgerow. What's great about this one is the way they've pruned it to where the outside of it is a little bit wider than the top. This is actually a proper way to prune a hedge. Many people try to tuck them in and have them smaller at the bottom, and you have less and less branches to support the rest of the shrub. This is a beautiful pruning job, and you use this when you're making a knot garden. K-N-O-T, if you want to make a knot garden too. Great example of how to do a great shrub. Azaleas. Many customers ask me, could we grow azaleas in Dallas? And the answer is Yes, but you gotta trick them. Azaleas are an acid-loving plant, and in much of north central Texas, we've got lots and lots of limestone. Limestone is very alkaline, like White Rock Lake or the cliffs of Oak Cliff, that these azaleas want to have more acidity in their soil. So how to trick them into liking Dallas is to grow them in azalea or camellia soil. Also, most plants need to have fertilizer a couple of times a year. With azaleas, we need to be constantly adding an azalea food or acidified fertilizer. I use the holidays, Easter, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and I continue to give them food. Many times you'll start to see them get a little chlorotic or chlorosis if you're not giving enough food. Also, when you first plant them in the azalea soil, they kind of like it. You're making a pocket of planting. Each year or two, as that soil shrinks down, you need to add more. We put it on top, it gets used up. We put it on top, it gets used up. Some of my favorite trees to add to a landscape to increase the property value are Japanese maples. Japanese maples like to have a little more acidic soil, so we supplement the soil. And they also like to have morning sun and afternoon shade. So we look at the east side of the house, or where you have overstory trees that are not going to get too hot. The upright varieties, many times will have a bigger leaf. They call it palmatum. And the weeping varieties will often be dissectum or have a lace leaf. What's interesting is this particular variety is called Seiryu, S-E-I-R-Y-U. It's an upright variety that has the dissectum leaves. So that's very exciting to me as a plant geek because it's a little out of the ordinary. The peak's about 10 to 15 foot tall and gets gorgeous, gorgeous red color in the fall. The best day to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Your second best day is today. If you're ready to plant a tree, give me a holler. We'll walk your property and see the best place to put a Japanese maple. These 60 to 70 foot giants are called southern magnolias. They're known for their giant white flowers that smell fantastic and look beautiful in the landscape. Not too many homes are big enough to have a 60 to 70 foot tree. So lately they've been developing a whole series that have the same beautiful flower, only they're smaller. The little gem magnolia and the teddy bear magnolia have the same qualities and the leaves and the flowers and the fruit, but they only get about 20 to 25 foot tall. Love the red berries in the fall. These have been some tips from your DFW Plant Whisperer. Happy gardening! That concludes our day at the Dallas Arboretum. What a beautiful day to be out and about and see trees and shrubs and flowers. It gives me lots of inspiration for new ideas for my own garden and for yours. If you'd like to create your own little paradise in your backyard, your patio, or your garden, give me a call or check out my website, dfwplantwhisperer.com. I offer a horticultural house call. We'll all come by, talk with you, and look at your space, and we'll try to create your own little Garden of Eden. Happy gardening!